Guys, thank you so much for including your tour here in Mexico City. We're very happy to have you here in a very great festival that has a really good resonance with the rest of the bands with yours. And I think you're going to have a great time here in Mexico City.
I mean, we always have a great time in Mexico City, so we're very much looking forward to it.
Yeah, one thing is, well, you have over a decade of a lot of music. So how different do you hear nowadays your first songs?
Ooh.
Way different. First of all, I mean, I feel like they're always evolving. I don't know if it's boredom or just like because we're humans and we're also always evolving. So we try to, I don't know, find different ways to kind of spice them up or keep ourselves interested, I would say. But they still sound like us.
But it's funny you bring that up because I mean, we were just listening to, I don't know if I should reveal it, but we were listening to it like one of our first songs that we're like trying to relearn to play for these shows. And I mean, I hadn't heard that song in a very, very, very long time. So it's almost like it's an interesting process, like sometimes hearing it again, and especially from like the perspective of playing it, like, you know, or trying to replay it, it's almost like there's an aspect of relearning your own creativity and then finding new ways to expand on it.
Yeah, I ask you this because on your Bandcamp page, you have a lot of recordings, live recordings. Mm-hmm. And I think one of the nature of the songs that they evolve. They are very organic, and when you're playing on tour, they start, you know, like a small plant. They have as a small, you know, like a leaf or different, and it starts growing, you know. And I think that this recording that you have in your Bandcamp helps you to notice this evolution that the songs could have throughout the years. I think so, no?
Yeah, I would say that's fair. And then also for us, we've never thought, like when we're writing songs, we've never thought about, oh, how are we going to play this live? So even like right after we release a record, when we play live, the songs are different than the album. Like we're not trying to just, you know, play the exact same thing. There's just, you know, different. I have unlimited amount of guitar layers or synth layers when we are in the studio, so I don't think about like, oh, how can we do this with just one guitar player? So that kind of just forces us to rethink how it's almost rewriting the song or like making a different version every time we decide to take them live. And then of course over the years they continue to evolve.
And I think that's also reflected in who plays the songs live, because it's always a changing. I mean, I would say Chris and I are the constants at this point, but we've got a lot of friends that have joined and supported and played with us over the years.
Oh, that's great. And one thing that I liked about your latest record, Strengthening Numbers, is that you have the right amount of songs that you wanted to release. Because when you release an album, you have this kind of pressure that you have to get into a number to release an LP. But I think that after all the pandemic and everything became some relaxed in a kind of way that you release the songs that has to be there. And I think that this really reflects this nature in your latest album.
I think the process of this one in particular was really just about, I mean, obviously there's so much uncertainty at that time. I think the process for us was just doing what felt right and what felt good. And I think that's, you know, that's like the best part of making music.
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, we didn't have a plan. We just rented this house and we had 6 days there. We weren't like, we're gonna go record an album or we're gonna do this. It was just like, I think John called me. He's like, oh, I've had some ideas kicking around in my head. And I'm going stir crazy in my house. And I was like, me too. whatever, let's just go have fun and, you know, connect as friends
Yeah.
and enjoy the time together. And then whatever happens is just whatever happens, and that's what happened. So
Yeah, I think
yeah.
that is one of the interesting things that happens in the pandemic, that all the artists that release albums in 2021, 2020, 2022 has this kind of feeling that it's more like we have a lot of time to listen and to make more crafty sounds, you know, instead of, you know, of all the, you know, the speed of the life of the living and everything. I think that this album really reflects this kind of uh, slow processing, digesting the music and making it. I think so. No?
Yeah. But at the same time, we also made it faster than we ever made songs. So it's because we didn't really come into that week with anything pre-written too. So I don't know, there's something about that environment, or maybe the times we were in, where like normally in like years past, because the band is a democracy, there's always, you know, 3 to 5 people that are all writing together. Sometimes that would just be a long process, but somehow just kind of shutting out the rest of the world and just doing that for a week straight, it actually came together faster. So yeah, I'm sure the environment, the pandemic and stuff influenced the record in ways that we don't even know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and one of the interesting things of this record, well, this EP, is that you include Lil B, and it was like if we were in a chemistry class, is when the professor put a drop in a substance, and it have a really different reaction. How do you feel the presence of Lil B can affect the future of the band, of the sound of the band, even, you know?
I'd be curious to hear Chris's perspective on it, because that was my doing.
Yeah, because John knows him. It was just like a one-off kind of guest thing. I would love to do stuff with him in the future if that's if the opportunity presents itself. So I'm not really sure how that would affect anything. And it's kind of like we wrote the song first and just sent it to him and just kind of said, you know, just pour your heart out, you know, just whatever's on your mind, just say it. We didn't give him any
Well,
like
what I did.
direction.
So that song I wrote about the love of my life and the mother of my child, or our child. And I called Little B and I was like, hey, listen, I have this crazy idea. I wrote this song about my partner. It's called How Do You Know This Love? Do you think, you know, you could give me like a spoken word piece on love? And he was like, yeah. And then like he sent us one take and then sent another take a few weeks later, and we put it together. So I mean, you know, I think it's a testament to you know, for somebody like Little B, who's been around for such a long time and done some really compelling work over the years, like it's a testament to him to hear like just a random idea like that and to go with it. And I think ultimately towards like how we create, I think regardless of it's Little B or anybody or anything else, even down to particular sounds or styles, for us it's just doing what feels exciting.
Yeah, because it has a different sound and it's really interesting. And maybe this is an example of what you can do in the future for the band, you know, because it was a really good result for that. And you know, what do you think about this festival? You have a very interesting band. You have Aldomari, you have Health. I don't know, what's your opinion about this lineup?
I mean, we're super psyched to play with everyone. And to be in Mexico too is also always exciting. We're not just saying this because we're talking to you, but like amongst the band, like the last time we came to Mexico, I think it was 2019. That's like one of the most talked about things that we've ever done, one of the most memorable trips we've ever done, and it was only 4 days or something. So we're real excited to come back.
Yeah, it was a really special experience for us. I would say, I mean, the festival's fantastic, as far as like the lineup and the curation. I think for it to be held where it is like that's the more exciting part, I think, to be able to share that.
thank you so much, guys, and we'll see you here in a couple of weeks, and enjoy it. You have to enjoy these dates.
Appreciate it.
Definitely. Hope to see you there. Hope to.
Yeah, I'll be there. You can count on that.
Okay,
Yeah,
great.
come
Then-
say hi.
Yeah, come say
Yeah,
hi.
of course.